I'm gonna do this really quickly because we're in the elevator, but it's Monday, April 19th, 2021, and we're under some restrictions and lockdowns and stuff like that in Ontario, and we're in the process of essential travel. Hey, there's no one around, so I can do this. Oh, lost my mask. So, yeah, so I'm actually, so it's actually more like 8 o'clock in the morning, and I'm on my way to, along with Joe, to the hospital to get some blood work done, and then we might actually do a little bit of quick grocery shopping. Thank you so much. And there's actually going to be additional essential travel that we're going to be doing later today, because I have to go back to the hospital for a CT scan later today that I'm a little bit nervous about. I'll talk about that in a bit, but just wanted to do a new kind of an opening, and we'll see you on the road. I don't know how much of my visit to the hospital I'll be able to take video of, because probably I'm not supposed to, but maybe I could take little snippets here and there, or of at least me waiting and stuff like that. Oh, and I just remembered that I probably should fill some prescriptions today. Okay, with Princess Margaret, they have an inpatient or outpatient pharmacy there. You can either go and renew your prescription and wait a couple of hours, 2 to 5 hours, I think, that it takes for them to fulfill the prescription if you go in person, or you can call 2 days ahead. And I'm supposed to be back at the hospital on Wednesday, so it's probably good for me to do that. Oh, I need to do that at some point today. Probably do that once I get back home. But anyway, I just wanted to just jump back on and say I'll try to film a little bit of being in the hospital this morning, but I don't know how I'll be able to do that, if I'll be able to do it. Later on for the CT scan, because I'm going back in the evening, I'll probably be able to do a little bit more some little bit of filming, so that I can take you in with me, so that you know a little bit of the experience of what it's like to go in for a CT scan at 8 o'clock in the evening on a Monday night. So I'll see you soon. So have you guys seen that video with the guy who tosses the bobcat, or the bobcat that attacked his wife, so he attacks it back? The video itself is pretty hilarious, but there's a guy named John Boy who generally does more like sports breakdowns and stuff. He's pretty funny, and he did one of that guy who took down the bobcat. I'm gonna link it down below because it's pretty funny. But we're on our way to the hospital now. You can see Greenie's a little shaky. The one thing that I do before getting to the hospital, because I'm all about efficiencies and things like that, is that UHN, so the University Hospital Network, which PMH, Princess Margaret Hospital, is a part of, has an app that does the pre-screening for COVID, so that I don't have to line up at the entrance to do the screening with a live person. I do it on the app, and I show them that I do it on the app so that I don't have to wait, because I don't like waiting. And it's just a more efficient way of getting things done. So I'll try to show you what it looks like to enter Princess Margaret Hospital with all the screening and all that kind of stuff, in case you haven't been to a hospital through this pandemic. And it's something that we have to go through every time we go in and out of the hospital. So it can actually take up a little bit of time, and depending on how busy it is, it can take longer to get in, and it can mean that you could be late for your appointment and stuff like that. So I just try to avoid that by using the app to pre-screen beforehand. But anyway, I'll try to show you all that. Can't promise anything, but thought I'll fill you in beforehand. It could be pretty busy in this hospital. Kind of, it's the back of the street on the other side of University. I forget the name of the street, but in the mornings it could be pretty busy. It's not too bad this morning so far, actually, but yeah, sometimes it's pretty rammed, pretty busy. And just dropping me off now, and I'm just going to be going in, putting my mask on, and going in to get my blood drawn. And then this actually shouldn't take too long this morning, and then I will be back. Joby, thank you. Yep, I'll see you in a bit. Love you too. Okay, so there's also a security guard up here, so I'm not sure how much I'll be able to show you, but this is going into Princess Margaret. Have to so that's what it looks like to come inside, and then I guess they're doing some renovations and things, and I'm getting some blood drawn, so this is my next destination. So that was actually really quick. They actually, the blood work folks, they moved from one area that they used to be at to this other area, and they seem, it's the one thing about this is that it seems more efficient to do it this way. But all the people that I was working with before who access my port, so I don't necessarily get like a needle poke. It's still a poke, but they access it through this port that I have on my chest, and so I need to get folks who are especially trained in that. And they were in a different area before of the hospital. Now they're part of the blood collection area here, and it went really fast. But all my favorite people are there, and it's really nice that it's always people that are familiar and know me, and they're very sweet. So that was fast, and I'm just gonna let Joe know that I'm done. Busy people trying to get into the hospital. Now I have to find Joe. He's usually down this street, so I'm just gonna see if I walk, I'll be able to see him. No, that's not him over there. I haven't heard back from him in text. I usually just text him to tell him I'm done. I haven't heard back from him, so I don't see him up the street. I don't think. Let's see. It's a nice day out. No, that's not him either, so I guess I should go back until I hear back from where he might be, so I can either walk over to where he is, or he can come get me. So anyway, I know that wasn't a lot of footage there, but that's sort of like what it's like to be going through Princess Margaret Hospital. So just to explain what I was doing today, make sure I'm not gonna get run over here. Just to explain what I was doing today, I decided, I talked to my oncologist and decided that I wanted to get my CA19-9 blood work done ahead of them having the results from my CT scan, which I'll be taking today. CA19-9, I don't know if, I know that I've talked about it before, but it's something that shows up in the blood, specifically for folks who have pancreatic cancer. I guess it's something that's secreted from the pancreas. And the higher the levels it is, it's one of the markers to show disease or cancer. And it's not the only thing, it can't use for diagnostic purposes, but it's something that can help to just get a sense of like how treatment's going. And since we're taking the CT scan tomorrow, or tonight actually, and the results for both the CA19-9 blood work actually takes a couple of days, because I think what they do is they send it out to another hospital to get the results for that one. So it takes a couple of days as opposed to the other blood work that's done here, and generally that takes a very short period of time, like usually under an hour sometimes when they're really efficient. But because the CA19-9 takes a couple of days, I decided to come in today on Monday morning so that it'll be available for Wednesday when I have to come back in again to have my appointment with my oncologist. And then I'll actually be taking additional blood work at that point. And but then we'll be able to, the oncologist will be able to have the CA19-9 number as well as the CT scan on Wednesday to just be able to have a sense of how I'm doing. And then on Thursday, my understanding is that there's something called a tumor board. They're going to take all the information that they have about me and discuss what might be the next set of recommendations. So all that to say, the reason why I'm here this morning, because I could have done all of that on Wednesday. I could have done my CA19-9 blood work on Wednesday, and I only would have to do one poke this week instead of poke for blood work this week instead of two, is because I just feel like it's best that we have the CA19-9 information for the tumor board on Thursday, because otherwise they won't get the CA19-9 back until Friday, if that makes any sense. Anyway, there is all some method to the madness, but the one thing I have to say about it though is that if it wasn't for me just sort of being on top of things and just knowing and understanding how things work, it wouldn't have been scheduled this way. So I pay attention to a lot of things. I pay attention to the data, like the blood work and scheduling, how things work, systems and things like that. It's something that it helps me understand how things work and how I can best utilize things to my advantage. So if I hadn't known, and this is just through my own observations that I know that it takes 2 days for the CA19-9 number blood work to get done, I wouldn't be doing this, and they wouldn't have, the tumor board wouldn't have the CA19-9 number for Thursday. So yeah, so anyway, wow, that's like a big long explanation. I still haven't heard from Joe, so I'm gonna see where he is, and I will see you shortly. It turns out the Rogers cell network is down today, so I'm not able to get Joe, and I don't know that he knows that the cell network is down, so, and I don't know where he's parked, so I don't know what to do. Yeah. Huh. Kind of stuck here. Okay, well, I guess we'll just have to wait. So Joe was able to find me. He realized that he didn't have any cell service, so he just drove back to the hospital, and I'm glad that I went back to the loading area in the hospital, so that way we were able to find each other. And he's now running an errand, and we're gonna run another errand, and then it's our essential run outside will be done for the morning, but there will be another essential run in the evening, as I mentioned, for the CT scan. So thankfully we have found each other and I'm not stranded at the hospital. I met Farm Boy to pick up some groceries. We had a Farm Boy that opened up close by recently, so this is good. I like the selection on the produce and everything here at Farm Boy, so this is our next essential stop for today.
Open up your salads with classic organic lemon garlic or lemon fig dressings.
So fast forward a bunch of hours. Now it's in the evening and we're headed back to the hospital for me to get my CT scan. We're actually earlier than my appointment. Maybe they'll get me in. Hopefully they'll let me in. Maybe I'll just let them know, haha, there's a dog. there's a car that we just passed and there was a doggo that was hanging out of the window. It's cute. Anyway, so yeah, so we are on our way. We're a bit early and hopefully maybe they'll let me get the scan done early so that I could be in and out. I don't know, it's a little anxiety inducing and kind of stressful because the scan itself, there's what's unpleasant about it is that they inject a contrast dye that I don't know, it tastes, it creates a weird taste in your mouth, as well as feeling like you're kind of peeing yourself too. Like there's this weird warm sensation, and so that's a weird feel. Like not only are you feeling that, there's also this weird taste that you get in your mouth, and that's not that pleasant. But anyway, so that's what we're doing, and I'll see if I can get a bit more footage in the hospital this time around, because there's not a lot of people around in the hospital at 7 o'clock apart from like these imaging appointments. So we will I'll be checking back in. Ooh. So here I am back at the hospital and there's way less people, so let me actually turn the camera around. Way less people. I think imaging is on the 3rd floor. I always get confused here. Try the 3rd floor. I always take these elevators because it has a nice view of everything. It's a nice area in there. Yep, I got the right floor for once. Okay. So the last couple times that I've actually done the CT scan, I didn't have to drink all this liquid. I'm supposed to do that now for 3 minutes, so it's weird that the last few times, probably 3 times, I didn't have to do the liquid thing, but this time I do. I don't know why. Maybe they're looking to get something more comprehensive or something. I'm not quite sure, but it's gonna take a little bit longer than I was hoping today, because now I have to drink this thing. So, okay, so half an hour, here I go. Here it is again. Oh, it's all this, still pretty big, right? Okay. So I did it, it's done. It's finished. Didn't take too long because I really wanted to do it really fast so that I can get in the queue to get my CT scan done. So there is a sign in the waiting room that says no photography or video, so I will likely not be able to record any more than I have here. So now that I've finished my water, I'm gonna go inside and wait in the actual waiting room. And so I'll probably see you after the scan. I'm sorry that I can't tell you a whole lot about it, but or actually show you what it's like, but I can at least describe it, and kind of got to see a little bit of the hospital. So there you go. So I will see you afterward. That took a little bit longer than it usually does, but an hour, it's been about an hour and it's done. And I'll go over what it's like in a second. So here's my way out of the hospital. This little waiting area for people who get stuff done here. And it's the screening area. There's not too many people around right now. Just leaving. All this COVID stuff. Oof. And I'm leaving. Oh. Yeah, so it's pretty windy tonight. Watching the newscast in the waiting room, and there was somebody outside and you can hear the wind whipping around. Just want to make sure I'm safe as I'm walking across the street. Let me just turn the camera around. So it took about an hour, and I think like the only other time that I had to actually take to drink that water, that amount of water, was the first time I actually had the CT scan back 6 months ago when I was first diagnosed. I've had 2 or 3 other CT scans since. I haven't had to drink anything, so it's almost like, I don't know, like maybe the I don't know, this is like, it's a different kind of a CT scan, I don't know, but anyway, so it's interesting that it's sort of similar to the first time that I did it. CT scans, so it's about 6 minutes long, and they put an IV in you. I'm pretty sure this is how it happens with all other CT scans as well. There's a contrast dye that's injected, so I guess it allows for the radiologists and the doctors to be able to read the scan a little bit easier. And that contrast dye is unpleasant, to say the very least. It makes your entire body like super hot, feels like you're peeing, and has a very unpleasant bitter taste in the mouth that it induces. But it's for the CT scan. What are you going to do? And the technologist there said to drink a lot of water in the next couple of days to flush it out. So there you have it. So anyway, that's it for me tonight, and hope that some of it was interesting. I'm sorry I couldn't really take you into the actual scan itself, but got to see some of what it's like to have this experience for me, and that's it. So thanks so much, love and care to all of you out there, and I guess at some point there will be an update about what the results of the CT scan are. So again, love and care, chef's kiss through a mask. Hope everybody is well, safe and well, taking good care, and I will talk to you again real soon. Bye.